Oh, okay, fine. Nobody watched that stupid documentary, anyways. And then there too, the impeachment happened. So, but then, well, it's on AMC, man. Here's the problem: it's got Linda Fairstein in it, who's like the villain in that When They See Us movie that was on Netflix. So Netflix isn't going to have this documentary on, and because she's been canceled,
What'd she
and
do? She say some racist
she,
shit?
she framed 5 kids for a rape
Oh, that's
and
cool.
attempted murder, and they did like 10 years in prison.
Those kids did?
Yeah.
So they got a lot of money from her, I'm guessing.
They got a lot of money from the state, yeah, but the prosecutors are exempt from lawsuits and prosecution. That's what makes them so corrupt. That's why Kamala Harris can't run for president.
I didn't know that.
Joe Biden, who just said marijuana is a gateway drug, that's how bad he is.
He
The
just said it.
campaigning, yes, that's how goofy he's gone. That's how far gone he is. That's how stupid he is,
thinks
right?
it's the 70s,
The
dude.
one burn he actually landed was Kamala Harris was criticizing him about either busing or some crime bill he passed. Been incarcerated a lot of black people, and then his exact comeback was, "Yeah, but I wasn't a prosecutor." Done. She's like, "Yeah," and that's why she lost. She's a prosecutor. She tried to frame somebody because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Because they can get away with it. You give somebody absolute power, and they just think of people as numbers. They're just gonna fucking lock you up. That's 5 people versus one.
They made a documentary about that Duke lacrosse team in like the early 2000s. Do you know what I'm talking about? They got in trouble
Oh, with the stripper?
with the stripper.
Yeah.
And like she would just completely like set them up, and like the DA or whatever, or the prosecutor guy was just like, they found a lot of evidence of him fucking up so that he could get elected or whatever again.
Mm-hmm.
That's a super good documentary. I forget what it was, like Fabulous Lies or some shit like that. But yeah, they got down deep, man. That shit was fucked up. Like for the thing for her to identify which boys, I guess men at that point, like raped her or whatever. They didn't. They just gave her like a lineup of all the guys. Like they didn't even put.
Oh, they didn't mix it up?
Yeah, they didn't. It was literally just her going this, and like there was no way like to check her accountability on it or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah, and like
Duke lacrosse players?
yeah,
So they did this. They were stupid enough to do this to rich kids?
yeah, I guess so.
That's
I mean,
dumb.
well, like everybody
What
was
city was
against
this?
them. North Carolina, where Duke is.
But you're not gonna fucking convict somebody who has money.
Dude, it took a long time
if they're
because
guilty.
like it got to the point on the thing where it was like people were just trusting what the prosecutor guy was saying, and he was getting all over TV because he wanted to get reelected as that spot.
but they
and
get to
like
sue the state.
people would just start saying the guy instead, like they wouldn't even say his name. They're just like the guy said that they're guilty, and then eventually like it all did bullshit from them like doing a dirty investigation and whatnot came out, and those kids got hell of money in a settlement.
Yep.
Because it like people would like protest them, and like their season got canceled. I think they stopped going to classes. Like it ruined their lives.
That's why I fucking hate cops and prosecutors that's one main reason is because if I sue you, you can pay me or not pay me. Doesn't really matter. Fucking Red Zone sued Freddie. They're not gonna pay him. He never got a dime. But if you sue a business, they have insurance. If you sue a cop or a prosecutor, that's taxpayers. You're gonna get paid. And it's taxpayers.
Well,
But what's the one, Tawana Bradley, or I can't remember. This might have been the 80s. This was the 80s. It was a woman who claimed she got gang raped by cops. That's how Al Sharpton. One of the reasons Al Sharpton got famous. And it turned out she made that up. But what's funny about Spike Lee is if you watch Do the Right Thing, he's having a argument with his sister because she's flirting with Danny Aiello, and he didn't like that, and so he's like arguing with her, and then when she walks away and he walks away and says, "I still believe Tawana Brown." whatever her name is. That was after it was found out she made it up. Like, that dude is so fucking funny, man.
Mookie.
Fucking Mookie. I love that fucking movie, man.
One thing that bothered me, well, it didn't bother me, but it's just always been funny, is like within the first 3 minutes he's at the pizza place and he's like, let me get some extra mozzarella. And it's just like,
I say that at the
always,
pizza place now.
it's always like made me laugh in general when people say it, but
Put some more mozzarella on that
especially
shit.
when a black guy says it, it just seems even funnier for some reason.
I used to love D,
Like,
motherfucking D.
if anybody doesn't give a shit about
When he's arguing with the grocer, D, motherfucking D. And Sweet Dick Willie. Sweet Dick Willie.